Good morning, Kentucky. What a glorious day breaks over the bluegrass. Funny little story. A friend of mine got upset because they perceived that I was making light of a recent celebrity death, which I wasn't. I was simply using the words of the party to question the outpouring of empathy for an individual from people who have never ever experienced or never expressed any type of empathy before for anybody that I've known, that I've seen anyway, right? So I said, has JD Vance mentioned anything about toxic empathy today? And that was me being an amoral person, just being terrible, being the worst person ever. How can you say something like that? Like, buddy, I remember you talking about wishing you could run over protesters with your car when they're standing in the street. I mean, it's nice to know that your personal convenience is at the top of your priority list and everybody else be damned, right? But I'm the bad person for questioning the Republican Party about their toxic empathy. This dude texts me, no shit, shit you not. He texts, once we get one of yours, then maybe we'll be even. Tell me again how the liberal left is so violent and unwavering in their. Once we get one of yours, maybe then we'll be even. It was one of yours. One of yours got one of yours. So, anyway, my buddy has unfollowed me on my social medias, on my YouTube and everything because he cannot tolerate my 20 seconds of political commentary. And I know he turned me off and put on a Joe Rogan podcast for 3 hours. And it's all fine and good. We talked about it. We can remain friends and have these differences of opinion. But it's he doesn't even see the irony of that. You think my content is toxic because you don't like it. There's a lot of people that thought Mr. Kirk's content was very toxic. A lot of people think Joe Rogan's content is toxic. I know you listen to some of these right-wing podcasters that are very toxic to a lot of people. My toxicity is I want empathy and compassion for everybody. I don't know if I'm really trying to make any kind of point or anything. It's just like if anybody ever comes at me and tells me that I shouldn't be so political on my page, I'm going to double down. Okay? I spend way too much time editing these silly little videos. If something that I say makes it into that video, I wanted to say it. It's what I'm thinking right now, and I thought you should hear it. And that's it. I don't always say the smartest things. A lot of times I'm going to say something dumb. I'm not going to say the right thing all the time. I might even change my mind on something. But the fact of the matter remains, I can only be myself. All right? I started making these little videos as just to keep myself occupied while I'm here with Dad. And he likes to see them. He likes to watch the cows. He likes to watch me out in the field and everything. But I've decided that I want to just be myself on here. I'm not going to put on a front for anybody. And like I said, if something makes it into the video, I think it's important and I want to say it. And if my 20 seconds of commentary is too much for you, and you have to turn back to your 3 hours of right-wing podcast, that's fine. We can still be friends. But it's just I don't understand how people just simply can't see the hypocrisy. One of my best friends in his life. And get so angry because people being persecuted for their opinions. What are you doing to me? It's just such a disconnect with these kind of people that I don't know what are you going to do. What are you going to do? At a certain point, you just have to be like, sure, Jan, and move on. Oh well, it's fine. It's fine, just fine. Oh boy. These extreme ideologies are not good. Not good for nobody. on either side. And Donald Trump, first thing he did is come out and start blaming the Democrats. First thing he did. And then as soon as he found out, oh, the demographic doesn't fit the narrative, we're moving on to the ballroom. It's a mad, 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 mad world, y'all. And if you can't tolerate my 2 cents, then I don't know what to tell you. I'd say tune on out, but hopefully you'll stick around. I just, like I said, I don't know what I'm doing here. I have no direction for my page. I just come out here and say whatever's on my mind. And yeah, I'm somewhat of a liberal. I think people ought to have rights and privileges and do what they want. Work for a better future. I'm privileged. I understand it. I'm in a real good spot because my father and mother did a good job. And their parents before them did a good job. They were able to buy this farm. What the shit? Tell him, girl. Come on. I reckon she's down there hollering at her calf. Hey, big girl. Hey there, little Jim. Yeah, I reckon them calves are still down there hanging out. Oh, look at that. Anyway, if I can make a point, I don't know what I'm doing here. I have no direction on my page. There's nothing. I'm kind of all over the place. And I just kind of say what I want to say, what I feel like I'm going to say. And I don't know. There's a certain group of people that are upset by that. They don't like what I have to say and think that I shouldn't say it. But why? Why shouldn't I say what's on my mind? Why shouldn't I say what I'm thinking? Why shouldn't I criticize our government when I feel like it needs to be criticized? Why can't I make commentary on what I perceive? Why can't I comment on what I see in the world and my feelings on it? Just because it disagrees with what you think? It's not the argument you think you're making. It's the antithesis of your argument. Free speech, but I just can't tolerate your 15 seconds of free speech. I mean, what? It's wild. It's a wild world out there, y'all. Why? Oh, it's Mad World. Mad World. Mad World. Oh, shit. Get in there. But anyway, I hope y'all stick around. One of these days I'll get a little direction. Maybe we'll do something. Leave me some comments, man. You want to see me do something around here? You have a particular question about what I may think on a particular topic, I'll make a video about that. Buy something off my Amazon wish list and send it to me and I'll do a review. I'll tell you what, if you really don't like my politics, I'll take a donation to shut the fuck up.